Alright, what's up? I'm Ayan, and today I'm going to show you 5 interesting ways to improve your SSD or hard drive's speeds. For measuring the speeds, I will be using a tool known as Crystal Disk Mark, and I am not able to get it from the sourceforge.net website, so I'm gonna use the Microsoft Store to download it. I actually downloaded the trial version because it only gives you the trial version while the full version is for price. So I'm gonna use the trial version here. Let's select the drive that is slow and hit all to start testing the drive. This is going to take some time, but I am going to speed it up just for you guys. Well, I actually have two drives installed on my system. One is the boot drive and the second one is the storage drive. While the boot drive is working fine, but the storage drive is kind of really slow compared to its original speed, but I found these ways, so I'm gonna use them right here, and also gonna show you how you can also improve your SSD's speeds depending on where you have installed it. Well, let's get started then. I'm just gonna save this result. As you can see, this is read speed is actually very low as compared to the write speed, so I'm gonna just save the results so we can compare it at the end, make sure that it is working correctly or not. Now let's go ahead and find the result. Here we go. I'm gonna just open it up. Yep, that's correct. And now I'm going to rename it to before so we can compare it with the after results. Okay, now it is time to let's get started. So here we are. The first step is the optimized drives. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna type in the search bar. You can use optimize or defrag. It will open it up, optimize the drives one by one. As you can see, these drives need some optimization, so I'm gonna optimize it. This will not take such long time, but actually it is done automatically. So again, if it is not enabled, you can enable it like this, change some settings, as well as also select all those drives so they are optimized for usage, and hope they never slow down. Okay, so now we are into the second step. The second step is to make sure the trim command is running. So for this we are using the command prompt. Yep, this is the step, and we need to copy this command right here and paste it in command prompt. So I'm gonna type in cmd, open it as an administrator, I'll type in the command, hit enter, and now you can see it is already enabled. Trim command is running, but if yours is not running, you can also use this second command right here and paste it in the command prompt, and it will actually turn on trim, enable trim for all of your drives like this. And if you think it is, if you want to make sure, you can use this first command again to make sure it is enabled or not. Okay, now this is done. So now we are into the third and most important step. Actually, we're gonna use both of these third and fourth step right using this one. First step is to enable the AHCI mode. For this, we also need to enable safe boot so your laptop doesn't get into any trouble. So you can use these commands in the command prompt to enable and disable safe mode, but I am going to use this msconfig and turn on safe mode graphically. Go into the system configuration settings and go into the boot tab, and here you can turn on safe mode. I always choose the minimal option, hit apply and OK to close it. Now this is going to ask you to restart your system, so I'm gonna hit restart. While it is restarting, you need to go into the BIOS of your laptop or PC. For my laptop, I am going to select the F2 key to enter the BIOS while it is starting up. Now as you can see, it is going to the BIOS option. Now here we are in the BIOS. Now all I need to do is to find the AHCI mode and turn it on. So we're gonna scroll right here in the system configuration, and here in my set operations I have found that AHCI is already enabled, so we're gonna not going to change anything here. We're going to keep it as it is, turn on the ACI mode. And also we need to find the onboard VGA. But in my case, the onboard VGA option is not available in the BIOS, so I'm gonna keep it as it is. Simply just exit the BIOS and your system will restart. While it starts, it will go into the safe mode, as you can see right from in the upper corner of this screen. Safe mode is enabled. After that, we need to go into the msconfig again, or you can use the second command to disable the safe mode. But I will go into the system configuration by typing in msconfig. Open the system configurations and go into the boot tab. Turn off safe mode and hit OK and restart. Now your laptop or PC or system, and whichever one you want to call it, reboots and the safe mode is now disabled. Let's wait for it to start up. This is going to take some time, which is very annoying. Okay, now wait for it. Okay, now the safe mode is now disabled. Let's move on to our fifth step. So the last step here we have is the choose high performance mode. How are we going to do that? Simply click on the battery icon if you're using a laptop and turn on best performance. If you are using a PC or actually want to turn on the ultimate performance mode, I highly recommend using WINTOYS app. You can find this app in the Microsoft Store. I actually downloaded it from the Microsoft Store. And go into the performance section and turn on the ultimate performance plan. This will actually remove the options. You can right click, go to power options, and here you can see the ultimate performance is on. This is how you can increase your speed. So what we are going to do now? Okay, now we need to test if the speed is improved or not. So I'm gonna test it right here. Actually, for WinToys, I am going to provide the link in the description so you can check out how to install and use WinToy. Okay, the speed test shows that my speed has improved really highly, about 10 times actually, or more than that even. Let's wait for the test to complete so we can compare it side by side with the before and after this waste stuff. If it is still slow, you might have to check your SATA cables or try a different port. That should do the trick. So with software, I have actually improved it a lot. Now let's save these results and compare them side by side. I actually do not have an extra port, so I would have just changed the ports so my speed will be improved. But actually I have two ports, both of them are occupied, so I have to use these ways only. So okay, let's go to the folder. Now let's compare them side by side. So this is the before section, before I used these ways. Let's compare them side by side. Now here you can see the results have improved quite a lot. First, the read speed was 21, it is now 97. It was 14, it is now 104. And it was 12, it is now 54, from 8 to 18. While the write speeds are the same, but now my laptop is actually usable